When you became an artist, did you ever like figure out like everybody draws themselves, they like figure out their persona, something like that. I don't know, did you ever really like envision something for yourself?
Um, I mean, like, I had like a few, like, I guess my first persona I made when I was like 13, and it had blue hair because I wanted to dye my hair blue, but
Oh,
my
absolutely.
parents wouldn't let me. So I just had like blue hair. I guess really my personas have only really been like what I want to be.
Like a future self or just a
Yeah,
was
like a future self.
an ideal version of you.
Yeah, like a lot of them would have like dyed hair or like piercings or something like that. Or
What,
like even like shorter hair because my parents like wouldn't have let me cut my hair.
so was it like more of a dream or a rebellion?
I feel like it's like both some sort of like dream and rebellion type thing. I don't know. When I used to do art more like consistently because I fell off kind of, there was like this thing on TikTok and there's this challenge where people would draw themselves as like a furry, but it was like based off of like a generator, so I drew myself as like a bear. I still need to show you that. I don't know if I showed you I don't know
Well,
if I showed you that or not,
I
but
guess we're gonna figure out what it looks like now in
yeah.
the video.
Yeah, it was pretty sick, but I don't really feel like I'm a bear.
Do you have any feeling as to what you are right now?
I'm not really sure. I think because a lot of it is like I'm growing into something that I've always wanted to be, so it's kind of like hard for me to realize exactly. I don't really know like who I am. I mean like I thought about like a cat. I feel like a cat would be cool. And like what you said about me being like a skunk.
Yeah, I said you would like a nice cartoon skunk because they have like you know, not because like skunk stinky. No, it's no. I just always thought that they're neat creatures. They're vegetarian. You're vegetarian. I don't know. I just think it's a really neat design.
Yeah, they have like a stripe. But
That's
I'm
true.
still a cat though. I think cats are cool.
Cats are very cool.
Well, can you tell me about like your persona more?
Well, for me, I never really figured out myself until basically quarantine happened. It led into a whole like slew of like figuring myself out, sitting down at the PC, really investigating myself, and I chose a robot. Why I chose a robot, part of that's still being figured out, but a lot of it is because I believe I feel differently than everybody else. I feel like an outlier. Not in like any special or cool way. Like, oh, I'm the main character. No,
Yeah.
it's more just like I just feel like my experience is different from everybody else. That I am not like everybody else. I may look human, I may seem human, but I don't really feel like it. That I feel artificial somehow. But that's getting into something incessantly deep. God, I can't laugh into this mic too hard. Ah, I just blasted myself with the wind.
I keep having to like move it back some.
But no, it's I think it's a worthwhile but definitely hard thing to really figure out yourself in such a way that you can really personify yourself
Yeah.
because your avatar, although as insignificant as it may seem, it's a reflection of you in one way or another, and to properly reflect yourself you need to know yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like we're still like figuring things out. Like I have to like remember that like I'm literally only like 20. You're like old though. Like
Oh,
how
I'm old,
yeah, you're like
huh? I'm
how old are you? Like you're
22,
like pushing 30.
pushing 30. Oh my god.
Yeah. But I get what you mean about that. Like you're like a pretty cool robot though.
It's part of that one. Well, I didn't want to make myself a lame robot, but part of it is I made myself this version of me because not only is it how I see myself, but it's also how I want to be. Like,
Mhm.
sincerely, there's a part of me that's like, if I could just be gone, flesh, and just got rid of it and I could be this, I would absolutely do that, heartbeat. But I don't know. It just feels like an idealized version of myself, and part of the goal is to just try to live up to it, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I also think it's like a pretty cool thing. Like I feel like it's like kind of taking charge of like a person like what you were saying.
Yeah,
It's just you making something like really cool from that, I guess.
I suppose. Like, part of me is just the artist trying to make the best design possible, but the
Yeah.
other part of me is just like, this is me. It's how I feel, how I perceive, and how I would like to be seen.
Yeah.
It may not be the reality of what's going on, but I don't know. It's just, I think, therefore I am kind of logic.
Yeah.
And so, what do you think you are?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
I do know what you are right now.
What?
I think you're pretty fucking cool. You are a good friend. You are a very nice person. You are a solid artist. And no matter what form you take, I feel like no matter what, as long as you exemplify those parts of yourself, you'll be true to yourself.
Well, thank you. I can say the same about you.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna need you to get out. Because I
All
already
right.
said you only had one more. You had one more.
Oh,
compliment. You
right.
gotta
I only
go.
had one more compliment. Sorry.
You gotta go. I can't handle
Right.
compliments
Let me make my exit.
now.
I'll see you.